Hi everybody, I'm Sarah Ockwell-Smith. Welcome to my latest SOS parenting video. So I have a new book coming out in a couple of weeks called How to Be a Calm Parent. And I wanted to talk to you about a little section of it that I think is so important for us to understand if we want to be calmer. And that's the idea of trying to make ourselves a little bit less busy as parents. So one of the things that I've struggled with as a parent, I have 4 children who are between 14 and 19, is this kind of desire and drive to be busy all of the time. So to entertain them and, make sure that after school and school holidays had lots of exciting activities or days out. But also this kind of innate feeling that I really shouldn't just be relaxing. I really should be doing something, that surely there must be something that I should be doing now. And this kind of drive to be busy, and only busy people are productive people, and only busy people are good parents, which of course is utterly ridiculous. But, I think it's something that a lot of us grew up with, particularly women, particularly if we're stay-at-home parents, and actually even if we're working parents as well, I think we can't win. But this kind of drive to fill up all of our lives with busyness and to keep our children occupied and busy. So in the book, I talk a little bit about a decade ago, I won a competition called Britain's Busiest Mum. And at the time I was, I had 4 young children. I was on the school PTA. I was a member of the preschool committee. I was working in the evenings as an antenatal teacher and a doula, and I was also working at the weekends writing books and writing training courses, and also sort of trying to keep home and that myself. I entered this competition because I wanted to win the prize, and I ended up winning it, which I found crazy, because in my head I still wasn't good enough. I still wasn't doing enough. And I got this makeover, and they did a spread in a big magazine, and I was crowned as Britain's busiest mum, and they've written it as it was like a really admirable thing, and I was amazing. And I can't tell you how ill I felt at the time. I had all this makeup on in this photo shoot for the magazine that they announced it, but I'd also, at the same time, I was going to my doctors and saying, there's something wrong with me. I'm tired all the time. I'm just drained. I feel terrible. I was a complete and utter mess. I was always sick. I was always tired. I was so short-tempered because I was so busy and so drained that I was writing parenting books, and then I was yelling at my kids because I was so full up. And I think, I look back now and just think, oh my goodness, Sarah, I'm so embarrassed that I took part in that. And I'm so embarrassed that other mums saw this article and maybe thought it was a good thing to be busy. So what I'm here today for is to say, please try to be less busy. And I know, there are things in life that we have to do. There are things that life throws at us that make us busy. What I'm talking about is all the extra pressure that we add on ourselves, the extra pressure to entertain our children, the extra pressure to do stuff around the house and be perfect and wonderful. And all of the times that people ask us to do things and we say yes because we're too scared to say no, or we somehow think that if we say no, that people will think less of us. I talk in the book about people pleasing and our inability to say no, and how very often this stems back to our own upbringings and how we felt we weren't given the opportunity to say no, and we felt that we had to please the adults, maybe our parents, maybe other adults in our lives, by being compliant. When you're raised in an authoritarian manner, you're raised to be a good compliant kid. So many of us struggle hugely with people pleasing because it is essentially the grown-up form of compliance that we were taught when we were little. And also talk in the book about how to say no and actually how important it is. So the one thing I want to leave you with today when I go, if you want to learn more, obviously it's in depth in How to Be a Calm Parent, out soon, put a little link there. But I would like you to practice today saying no to something. You can say no politely. It's not about being rude. Always remember the sentence, no is a complete sentence. I personally, because I'm a chronic people pleaser, feel the need to add to it. So I'll say things like, thanks for thinking of me. I don't have capacity right now, or I'd love to help, but I'm just really busy right now. But just no is also a complete answer. But just practice saying no today. The next time you feel yourself jumping in to add more to your plate, your crazy busy plate that you're already desperately struggling to juggle, practice saying no. Just see, you know, how can I, what one thing can I say no to today? Or resist the impulse to jump in and say, yeah, I can help. Learn how to say no, and then learn step by step why you strive to be so busy all the time. You know, for some people it's a coping mechanism, for other people that's all they're used to. But why do you feel the need to be so busy? What can you do slightly less of so that you can make things easier for yourself to be a calmer parent? I'd love to hear from you. And also I put up one of these videos every week, every Wednesday. So if you'd like more hints and tips, please do hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Thanks and bye.